Did you know that the Rothschild family once upon a time held the largest private fortune in the world? A fortune so vast it even outshone the treasuries of some nations. That's right, folks, we're stepping into the world of the Rothschilds today. A family shrouded in mystery, intrigue, and a wealth so colossal it's beyond most of our wildest dreams. This isn't just any old money, this is Rothschild money. This is the kind of wealth that doesn't just buy mansions and private jets. It's the kind that could, and some say did, shape the course of history. Their story begins in the late 18th century, but their influence stretches across centuries, reaching into the world we know today. They've been linked to everything from the financing of wars to the establishment of new world orders. They've been painted as puppet masters, pulling the strings behind the scenes of global events. Rumors and conspiracy theories swirl around them like a tempest. They are the stuff of legend, the fuel of countless internet debates, the bogeymen of the financial world. They've been accused of everything from manipulating global economies to having a hand in major political events. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This isn't a ghost story, and the Rothschilds are not spectral figures lurking in the shadows. They are at their core a family. A family that, through a combination of financial acumen, strategic marriages, and some would say sheer ruthlessness, managed to amass a fortune unparalleled in modern history. Their wealth and the power it brought with it naturally bred suspicion and fear. When people can't comprehend something, they often turn to conspiracy theories, and the Rothschilds have certainly had their fair share of those. But who are the Rothschilds really? How did they come into such wealth and power? Let's dive into the rabbit hole and find out. The Rothschild saga begins in the 18th century in a Jewish ghetto in Frankfurt, Germany. Here, amid the narrow, winding lanes and crowded tenements, a story of rags to riches started to take shape. Picture this: a young man named Meyer Amschel Rothschild, born in the harsh reality of the Frankfurt ghetto. The world knew him as the son of a modest coin trader. However, his destiny was anything but ordinary. The coin trading business, handed down from father to son, was the seed that would eventually sprout into a financial empire. Meyer's journey wasn't one of overnight success. It was a tale of persistence, shrewdness, and a keen sense for opportunity. He began his career in the trade of rare coins and antiques, dealing with a clientele that included nobles and aristocrats. His reputation grew as a reliable and discreet trader, but Meyer was not content with simply trading coins. He had bigger dreams. He wanted to change the world, and he knew the best way to do that was through finance. He began studying banking, learning the intricacies of loans, interest, and international trade. It wasn't long before he had a chance to put his new skills to the test. One day, a chance encounter with a German prince opened the doors to a world of opportunity. Impressed by Meyer's financial acumen, the prince appointed him as his personal banker. This was the break Meyer needed, the ticket to escape the constraints of the ghetto. From then on, Meyer Amschel Rothschild's star only ascended. He handled the prince's vast fortune, managing investments and advising on financial matters. His reputation as a financial wizard spread throughout the royal courts of Europe, and soon other nobles sought his services. Meyer Amschel Rothschild's humble beginnings as a coin trader in the Frankfurt ghetto were far behind him. He had ascended the ranks of society and become one of the most influential figures in the world of finance. From these modest beginnings, the Rothschild name was about to become synonymous with unimaginable wealth. And this was just the start of the Rothschild saga, a tale filled with power, intrigue, and a touch of the mysterious. Meyer Rothschild had a grand plan to ensure the longevity of his family's fortune. In the late 18th century, Meyer Amschel Rothschild, the patriarch of the Rothschild family, devised a brilliant strategy. A strategy that would not only secure the family's wealth, but also extend their influence and power across the landscapes of Europe. His plan? To send his 5 sons to 5 of Europe's financial capitals. The first son, Amschel Meyer Rothschild, stayed in Frankfurt, managing the home base. Frankfurt was the city where it all began, after all, and it was crucial to keep the roots strong. The second son, Salomon Meyer Rothschild, was dispatched to Vienna. With its architecture and arts, Vienna was also a hub of banking and commerce. Salomon quickly made his mark, establishing a banking business that would thrive in the Austrian capital. The third son, Nathan Meyer Rothschild, was sent to London. At the time, London was growing into the world's leading financial centre. Nathan, with his sharp business acumen, capitalized on this and soon became a significant player in the London banking scene. The fourth son, Karl Mayer Rothschild, went to Naples. Although not as much of a financial powerhouse as the other cities, Naples was still an important trading centre in Europe. Karl, with his perseverance and business prowess, was able to make his mark in the city. Finally, the fifth son, James Mayer Rothschild, found his way to Paris. Paris, the City of Lights, was also a city of vast wealth and influence. James, with his charisma and business savvy, quickly established a successful banking business in the French capital. Each son, like an arrow shot from a master archer's bow, found its mark. They established successful banking businesses that would become powerhouses in their respective cities. This was Mayer Rothschild's grand plan, his legacy, his 5 arrows. And so the 5 arrows of the Rothschild family were launched, spreading their influence across Europe. With the 5 sons in key financial centers, the Rothschilds were perfectly positioned to amass an unprecedented fortune. The stage was set for a financial conquest that would echo through the ages. In the tumultuous era of the late 18th and early 19th centuries, Europe was in constant political and economic upheaval. The Napoleonic Wars, a series of conflicts that raged across the continent, presented an opportunity ripe for the picking. The Rothschilds seized this chance with an iron grip, exploiting the turmoil to their advantage. Their strategy was as cunning as it was ruthless. They financed both sides of the wars, ensuring a steady stream of profits no matter the outcome. This tactic, though morally questionable, was undeniably effective. It allowed them to multiply their wealth exponentially, transforming their modest banking business into a financial empire. One incident in particular stands out in this saga of economic conquest. The Waterloo Courier incident, as it's known, is perhaps the most infamous event in the family's rise to power. As the story goes, a courier working for the Rothschilds managed to deliver the news of Napoleon's defeat at Waterloo to them before it reached the government. This gave them a head start to manipulate the stock market, leading to a massive increase in their wealth. But it's important to remember that these are more than just tales of financial wizardry. They're stories of a family that, through cunning and audacity, managed to infiltrate the very fabric of European society. They became the financiers of kings and queens, the puppeteers pulling the strings behind the scenes. This was no small feat. It required not just financial acumen, but also a deep understanding of the socio-political landscape of the time. It was a game of chess, played on a continental scale, and the Rothschilds were the grandmasters. Their influence spread like wildfire, reaching far beyond the borders of their native Frankfurt. From London to Paris, Vienna to Naples, their name became synonymous with wealth and power, and in no time the Rothschilds had become the dominant banking force in Europe. With great power comes great scrutiny, and the Rothschilds were no exception. The Rothschilds over the centuries have been shrouded in an aura of mystery and controversy, becoming the epicenter of countless conspiracy theories. Some are as intriguing as they are chilling, and we're diving into the depths of these today. The most prevalent of these theories is the idea that the Rothschilds control the world's banks. This theory posits that this single family holds the reins to the global economy, manipulating financial markets and currencies at will. While this narrative paints a fascinating picture, it is important to remember that it is largely unproven and lacks concrete evidence. Another pervasive theory is that the Rothschilds are puppet masters, orchestrating wars for personal gain. The family's historical involvement in financing military conflicts has been twisted into a narrative where they deliberately incite wars to profit from the chaos. Once again, while this makes for a compelling story, it remains a theory without substantial proof and is often rooted in anti-Semitic prejudices. Then there are theories that veer into the realm of the supernatural. Some believe the Rothschilds are part of the Illuminati, a secret society allegedly plotting global domination. Others claim they are shape-shifting reptilian beings from another dimension. While these theories might make for an entertaining science fiction novel, they are just that, fiction. As we peel back the layers of these myths, it's crucial to remember that conspiracy theories often thrive in the absence of transparency. They fill the void where knowledge should be, fueled by fear and misunderstanding. However, it's equally important to note that debunking these theories should not absolve the Rothschilds, or any other powerful entities, from scrutiny or accountability. Power and influence should always be questioned and kept in check. Despite the numerous theories, the truth about the Rothschilds remains elusive. But as we continue to explore, we find that the line between fact and fiction is often blurred, and the truth, as they say, is often stranger than fiction. While the Rothschilds are no longer the richest family in the world, they remain influential in the world of finance. Today, the Rothschilds are not as omnipresent as they once were. Their fortune, while still considerable, pales in comparison to the vast wealth of tech billionaires and oil tycoons. Their banking empire has been divided and sold, while their influence in the world's financial markets has diminished. Yet the Rothschilds continue to be a name synonymous with wealth and power. They still have interests in a wide range of industries, from real estate to wine production, and are active in the world of finance through investment and asset management firms. The Rothschild name also continues to be a beacon of philanthropy. Over the years, the family has donated substantial resources to a variety of causes, both at home and abroad. They've funded scientific research, contributed to the arts, and supported education and healthcare initiatives. In recent years, the Rothschilds have also made concerted efforts to debunk the myths and conspiracies that surround them. They've opened their doors to journalists, shared their history, and even engaged with critics. These efforts, while not always successful, signal a desire to be understood rather than feared. Despite their reduced financial clout, the Rothschilds are far from fading into obscurity. The family's strong sense of identity and their enduring influence in certain circles ensure they remain a topic of intrigue and speculation. Their story, after all, is not just one of wealth and power, but also of survival and adaptability in a world that has changed dramatically since their humble beginnings. Just as the 5 arrows of the Rothschild crest symbolize unity, the family continues to stand together, navigating the complex terrain of the modern world and shaping their legacy in their own way. The Rothschild story is a tale of rags to riches, power and mystery, a story that continues to fascinate us to this day. So, there you have it. The story of the Rothschilds, a family shrouded in mystery and steeped in controversy. From their humble beginnings to their meteoric rise to power, we've journeyed through the history of a family that has, for centuries, been at the center of financial empires and political influence. We've delved into the 5 arrows, the symbol of their unity and strength, and examined the myths and conspiracy theories that have arisen around them. While their history is undeniably intriguing, it's important to remember that much of the fear and speculation surrounding the Rothschilds is largely unfounded. Their story is more about financial acumen, strategic foresight, and the ability to seize opportunities than about secret societies and world domination. The Rothschilds' legacy is a testament to their financial acumen and strategic foresight. But as for the theories, well, they make for good storytelling, don't they?